Hi everybody, today's video is a litter update for this litter of large mini, small medium Labradoodle puppies. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and today we are doing the 4-week update for our High Hopes litter. This litter is a box of chocolates litter. All of our puppies are chocolate Labradoodle puppies, and Mama Hazel for this litter is a mini, and Daddy Tatlow is a large, mini, small, medium. So in today's video, we're going to go through each of the puppies in their birth order. We're going to update you on their weight, update you on what the puppy themselves is up to, and what the litter as a whole has been doing, and also a little synopsis about Hazel. So let's get started with the puppies. So today we have starting off with Red Collar, and Red Collar is always first in this litter because Red Collar is the first born in the litter. And you'll see that nice wagging tail every now and then. There we go. That's just great. At 4 weeks, these Labradoodles are really coming into their own. They're starting to show us their little individual personalities. They of course can all see now, they can all hear well. And you'll notice that they are not sparkly perfect clean this week, and that's because they've started to eat some solid food. Right, Red Collar? Yeah. So the puppies are eating goat's milk mixed with pablum, plain rice pablum, and pumpkin. And the reason why we have that combination of things is the goat's milk is closest to Mama Labradoodle milk. Any type of dog. It's very close to Mama Dog milk. So that's a very easy transition for them. Also, dogs are not able to assimilate lactose in any sort of effective manner. So goat's milk does not have lactose. Hello. So it's something that people who are lactose intolerant also enjoy having, and it works perfectly for Labradoodle puppies. So that's where the goat's milk comes from and why we use that. The pablum is mostly a thickener. Dogs do not know how to lap out of a dish naturally. It's not something that they instinctively know how to do. So it takes a little while for them to master how to eat the food out of the pan. And so when we put the pablum in there, it makes a nice thick mixture. So it's much easier for it to stay on their tongue and for it to actually go into their little tummies. Yes, it is, isn't it? Generally speaking, when they first start to eat, it goes all over themselves rather than in their tummy so much. But it's easier for them to get the idea. And pumpkin is added because pumpkin's a really wonderful food. It's just plain tinned pumpkin, not pumpkin pie by any means. And what it does is it helps the puppies with their digestive system. So as you can imagine, switching from just Mama Labradoodle milk over to this solid food is a little bit of a shock to the system. So because these puppies are young, their immune systems are developing, their digestive systems are developing, we want to have something that makes it easy for everything to work properly and make it to be a really positive experience for them. So the pumpkin helps with that. They also are getting pre-probiotics too that are a canine specific brand that we put in there to make sure they're getting all the goodies that they need to. Oh my goodness, are you going to bite my nose, Miss Red? Oh yes. So Red Collar is doing really well with learning how to eat. This is a happy little puppy, as you can tell from the wagging tail. And also these puppies, they have toys in their area and they're just starting to interact with them. Mostly they are interacting with one another now. So they're starting to play a little bit and they're starting to run around a little bit and generally knocking each other over because their balance still isn't fantastic. And Red Collar is at 1.76 kilograms, so really getting up there in size. So that's little Red Collar. Next we have our handsome Blue Collar boy. Hello, Blue. There we go, Red. Hey, we'll get you to turn around for the camera. You want to show everybody your cute little face? There we go, good boy. There we go. Now, Blue Collar boy, he's a little bit smaller than Red. He is weighing in at 1.54 kilograms. And Red, by the way, has taken over the position as the largest puppy in the litter, which has previously always been Pink. But now it's Red. Oh, so Blue Collar says, I'm not really too keen on being down there. Maybe somebody would like to give me a hug. Would you like to have a little hug? So blue collar, you can see, is already showing us how their coats are start to lift. So this is something we start to see at this age. So it looks a little bit like they've had a bad hair day. So you can see how this little bit of coat is sticking up right here. We've got some coat lifting up here around the neck. And then we've got parts where it's still flat like it was right from the beginning. So when the coat starts to stick out like that, that's called lifting. And once the coat is lifted, then that's how we get that gorgeous fluffy Labradoodle look that everybody is so crazy about. And we have that nice, soft, full, fluffy coat that develops. Each one of these Labradoodle puppies will develop that coat at a different rate. And just because they don't have it happening right away doesn't mean that it won't happen. It's just slower to happen with them. Just like people, everybody does things at their own speed. And Mr. Blue Collar, he is one of the darker chocolate puppies in this litter. He has much more of the dark tones. Red is sort of in the middle, and blue has a really nice dark color. Now, one thing to keep in mind about Labradoodles is that their coats colors do change somewhat. Chocolates do not typically stay really dark. They silver, and they silver quite early on. It can even happen before your Labradoodle turns a year old. But they do lighten up, and they also lighten up in the sun. So don't be surprised if when you take your puppy home, you get a slightly different look as your puppy begins to mature. So that's Mr. Blue Collar Boy. Okay, buddy? Next we have Pink Collar Girl. Here we go, Blue. Hi, Pinky. So Pink Collar Girl. Hi, honey. Hi. You want to show everybody your pretty face? Hey, can we just turn you around here? Oh, there we go. Pink Collar Girl is different in her color and her looks from all of the other Labradoodles in this litter. So she is almost a clone of her Papa Tatlow. So she has the dilute gene. So this means that her coat will lighten far more than the other Labradoodle puppies in this litter. And that's because of the dilute gene. The dilute does just what it's called. It makes the color weaker. So you can see already her brown is not chocolate. It's more a milky shade, and it will lighten up even more than this. So she'll probably end up being the exact same color as Tatlow. And like Tatlow, she has tuxedo style markings. And those tuxedo markings are the white on her face, on the top of her head, back of her neck, on her collar area here. You can see she even has a little extra here. The 4 white paws up the legs, and then the white bib, which she isn't showing you right now. Maybe there she's gonna show. There, you show everybody your tuxedo bib. What a good girl. What a good girl you are. And you can see if you look closely around her eyes, you can see that the color is a little lighter around her eyes. And so that's likely what you're going to see as she gets older. And you'll also see she has very dirty feet. The dirty feet and the crunchy on her back, that's all courtesy of walking through our dish, and rather than standing outside the dish and lapping it up. Yes, instead we walk through it sometimes, don't we, honey? Yes. So a Pink Collar Girl is one of the ones who likes to slip and slide through the dish. They've only started eating their solid food for the last couple of days, so they're still beginners with this. And they're still all much prefer to have Mama Hazel's milk bar if they have the opportunity. But they're doing really well with the coming on with the solid food. And in the next couple of days, we'll move them over to eating raw food. So when they're 5 weeks old, they will be pretty much done with the pablum, and they will be just eating the raw, and then they'll also have some milk, some goat's milk as well in there. And that's when they'll also start drinking water. Oh, that's scary, isn't it? Because that came up from above and you didn't see me coming, did you? I know. So when the puppies are here having the video shot, sometimes you'll see them ducking their head a bit. And you'll see how Pink is holding her head off to the side right now. So the lights for the videos are over here. And because their eyes are still quite mature, that's a very bright light for them. So it's a little bit something that's different. Doesn't hurt them, of course, but it does still sometimes make them a little bit wary. It also creates different shadows and things that they aren't expecting, right? Yes, I know. So Pink Collar Girl is 1.65 kilograms today. So she's the second biggest, but she did lose her spot as the first biggest. Next we have Purple Collar Girl. Hi, Purpy. Hi. Yay! And you can see here with Purple Collar Girl that we're back to one of the darker chocolate colors. And you can also see that her coat is really lifting quite a lot here around her neck area. So she's got lots of lift going on here, whereas this part of her body is still all nice and flat. And oh, there's a beautiful tay-tay wag. Oh, that's what we like to see. All sorts of enthusiasm and friendliness. Yeah! Now let's show everybody your pretty face. Look at you. So Purple is one of the smaller ones. Purple has a beautiful little head and face on her. You can see how her ears have a really nice high ear set right up near the top of her head. And this is something we look for in Labradoodles. That's part of what we call the breed standard. The breed standard sets out what a Labradoodle should look like, the various conformational things we look for, and also what their temperament should look like. And if you're ever interested in knowing what the breed standard is, you can jump on over to WALA, which is the Worldwide Australian Labradoodle Association, and right on the home page you can find the breed standard there. It also tells you what the different sizes are for mini, medium, and standard Labradoodles. Yes, for all you beautiful Australian Labradoodles. So little Purpy has a very nice breed standard shaped head. So even though she's a tinier puppy, Purple is 1.38 kilograms. She's the second smallest in the litter. Even though she's small, she has a very nice blocky head. So in relation to her body, that's a nice wide head with nice, good wide eye set. She has a very nice short stubby nose and a good strong stop. And the stop is where the nose meets the face right here. And we want that to be a fairly prominent thing. We don't want a sloping nose in a Labradoodle. That's not part of the breed standard. And you can see when you look at Miss Purple, maybe you would be happier if I did that like that instead of picking you up. She has a nice fairly square body, so she's nicely shaped and she's very good at matching the breed standard nicely. Now of course she's 4 weeks old. We can't just tell exactly what she's going to be like when she matures. So this is part of the reason we do our allocations after the 7-week mark. Generally speaking, we have a breeding reservation in our litters for a puppy that we're going to keep, or perhaps another breeder is going to purchase from us. So we wait until the puppies are mature enough that we're able to say, oh no, that puppy is just not quite in the breed standard, so not a good breeding prospect. Because when you pick up breeding Labradoodle, you want them not only to have the look, but you want them to have the actual conformation, the physical characteristics of their bone structure that we need for a good breeding dog. And they also have to have the right temperament. So what makes the right temperament for a breeding girl is not necessarily what makes the right temperament for a companion dog, and vice versa. Do you want to turn around and look at everybody again? Show them again how cute you are. Yeah, that's a good girl. So Miss Purpy, she is right now looking very nice and matching up with the breed standard very nicely. Even though she is one of the smaller puppies, which doesn't matter in the least bit. She's likely going to be probably a mini, I would think, but we'll just wait and see how things go. So that's Purple Collar Girl. And last but not least, in the puppy department, we have Yellow Collar. Hello, Yellow. Hello, sweetie. You want to turn around this way? And Yellow is one of the darker brown colors, but not as dark as purple or red are. A little bit closer to pink, but definitely not milk chocolate. And what I like to do is I push their hair backwards and then I look at their coat, and usually you can see if at the roots the new growth is starting to come in lighter, then that's a really good indication that that puppy is really going to lighten up. But Yellow Color doesn't have that happening. Yellow Color is just nice and dark all the ways around, right? So this is our tiniest little puppy, and finally Yellow has broken the 1 kilogram mark. Yay! Now Yellow is 1.15 kilograms. Yellow's doing really well too with the pan. Yellow still does prefer to have Mama Hazel if it's at all possible, but the pan is definitely becoming more of Yellow's friend. And you can see Yellow has quite a lot of pablum and milk stuck around the neck area here in the top of the head. Now that's not because Yellow's rolling in the pan, but it's because the other puppies get it all over their feet, and then when they're playing with each other, it sticks on one another. When they really first start eating, they generally tend to lick it off of each other more than anything else. And you'll also see how Yellow is mouthing my fingers now because the teeth are starting to come in. Pretty soon is not going to be one of those experiences where you go in and play with the puppies and you never get any ouch periods of time. So by next week, those little razor teeth will be in there and there'll be a lot more owie, 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 you're hurting me. And that's when we start working more seriously on the bite inhibition with the puppies, where we start letting them know that, ow, that does hurt and I don't want you to do that. When you hear puppies play, that's what they're telling each other. So puppies are playing and wrestling, and then you hear them crying. That's the puppy telling the other puppy, hey, that hurts. And that's how puppies learn how to have a soft mouth and how not to bite too hard. Isn't that right? Yeah, that's exactly right. Now Hazel's doing great as well. Hazel is still nursing the puppies regularly and still sleeping with the puppies. All the other mums are sleeping in our bedroom with us now. So we have 7 dogs sleeping with us right now in the bedroom. Nope, that's not right. We have 6. Spirit is of course with her puppies because they're just brand new still. But Maisie and Gigi and Ella are all sleeping with us and our dogs now. They're not spending the night with their puppies any longer. Ella will stay with her puppies, or not Ella, sorry, Hazel will stay with these little guys for another week, and then we will start to seriously wean them. So later on in this week, we'll start limiting Hazel to only going in to feed the puppies 3 times during the day, and then of course overnight. And then once we have her not in there overnight, Hazel will go in 3 times a day, and the period of time she's in there for will start at 3 minutes and then be cut back down to 2 minutes. That way the puppies are able to drain the mom off, but they're not stimulating new milk production. The other thing we do when we're weaning our mama Labradoodles is we reduce their food intake. So right now Hazel, or Ella and Maisie are not too pleased at their limited selection of food. Already they don't eat lunch and their portions are reduced quite a bit, whereas Hazel is still eating her full complement of food right now. So it's funny because when the mums were when their puppies were a week old, oh, it was a nightmare trying to feed them all. Ella and Maisie just were not interested in eating. We had to force feed Maisie for a while. Everything is hand fed for quite a few weeks when the mums have their new puppies. So now it's so nice. We just put the food in the dish, put the dish down, and you hardly turn around and it's all been gobbled up and they're asking for more. They're certainly not fussy about what they eat right now. I could give them anything and they'd eat it. So this is actually one of the times when we tend to feed a bit more fish. Fish is not something that dogs are all that crazy about, so I do sneak in a few more fish meals when they will absolutely eat whatever you put in front of them. So that's our litter update today for the High Hopes litter of these large mini, small, medium Labradoodle puppies. These are all Australian Labradoodle puppies. We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions or comments, please post them below. I'll be more than happy to answer anything to do with Labradoodles. And this coming Saturday is our puppy family visit. So unfortunately we have to do it via Zoom due to COVID, and it's going to be an Ask the Trainer and Ask the Breeder type of get-together. So if you are one of the lucky families with the reservation on this list, you will have received an email from me this morning outlining the process, and we will be looking forward to meeting all of you at 2 next Saturday. Right? What do you think, Yellow? Yes, I think you'll have a great time. Thanks so much for watching.